Why, hello everyone. Welcome to week 3 here in Fundamentals of Criminal Law. We're moving right along. Just got a short weekly update video for you this week, so let me get out of the way and we'll talk about what we've got coming up. So for this week, you're going to need to read in the Penal Code the Title I of the Penal Code, the introductory provisions. Now, we're not getting into what the laws are yet. We're just kind of getting the introductory portion. It'll be a couple more weeks actually before we get down to what you can and can't do. We're just kind of getting the preliminaries done and code offenses, preparatory offenses, and things like that in the first couple of weeks. But you're starting to get into the actual penal code. We're out of the model penal code. So for this week, go ahead and download your exam review and start working on it as you read that chapter or that section of the penal code, and as you watch this week's video presentation. As you complete it, then when it comes time to submit it, you're going to submit your exam review directly into the, by copying and pasting it directly into your discussion, and include what you find most interesting about this portion of the penal code or what you found new in a single post. That is the assignment. The idea is you do both of those before you get to see other people's posts. You'll also need to take the weekly quiz and make at least a 70 on it. However, since the quiz is worth the same as an exam, take it till you make a 100. If you make a 90 on it, don't worry. If you take it again and make an 80, you still have a 90. Take it a third time and make that 100 because it will help your grade in the end. You're talking about 15% of the grade, so it can move the grade 2 different letters. That's not just a little bitty thing, so just kind of keep that in mind. And then last, you'll have to do the follow-up on discussion 1. Kind of looking through, a few of you have already done some of your follow-up posts, not a whole bunch, but a few of you have started doing your follow-up posts. That's great, but some of them aren't following the rules. Watch this video if you haven't already. It's 20 minutes, but it will be worth it. It will help you get full credit. Also, look at the rubric. This is your rubric that tells you about what you need credit for. The 60% is doing that exam review, and to get 100% of it, you've got to complete it all. If you complete 80% or more, then you'll get at least 80% of those 60 points. If you complete less than that, you didn't complete the assignment, and you're not going to be able to move on to the exam. Don't submit anything unless you've got at least 80% of it done. Then again, the most interesting thing, that's worth 10% of your grade. I'm not going to count off if I don't think that what you think is interesting. It's up to you. But if you don't submit it, you lose 10 points off of your final grade. If you submit it, you get 10 points. It's an all or none situation. And then you need to comment on 3 other students' posts. It can be the same student, but it's got to be 3 different terms you're going to comment on them. Put them in separate posts. So if you're going to comment on 3 posts on one person, I think there's enough students in this class you're not going to have difficulty finding different people to comment on. But if you do choose 3 different posts, that's fine. But it's got to be in 3 separate posts. Don't put it in one, or you're not going to get credit for 3 follow-up posts. And again, you need to make sure you're commenting on a non-blank post, either yours or theirs. If you didn't answer something, great, you can comment back saying thanks for giving that information, but that does not count as one of your 3 posts, and you will not get points for it. If theirs is blank, hey, give them the information, but you're not going to get credit as one of your follow-up posts. It's not to say that's a bad thing to do. You have to include your answer, and you have to include their answer. If you don't, you're not going to get credit. And finally, you got to tell us what the difference is. Which one's right, which one's wrong. Or are they both right? So that's kind of the areas. Watch the video. It's in even more detail, and it's just not everybody's getting it right. Once you get it right, it flows real easy. Well, that's all I've got for you today. I said it'd be a brief weekly update. We're under 5 minutes, so that means it's brief. I will talk to you again next week. Be working on those case reviews, even though I've already had a student submit both of their case reviews. But you don't have to submit them that fast, but go ahead and start working on them. Talk to you again.